So, 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 I'm a writer, and as a writer, a lot of thoughts flew through your head because that's the way your brain functions, and it helps to have something to write with because everything just, it happens so sudden that you don't really have time to get the stuff that you use to write with, if that makes sense. And sometimes there comes a moment where the ideas don't flow as easily, and that's been happening a lot lately. And so like I really stopped and asked myself, like, okay, why? Like, because like now is a really good time to be writing about stuff, because there are a lot of things happening, you know? And I feel like it's my duty as the writer that I am to use my voice in such a way that I don't know, because it's important, right? The thing is that I kind of feel that there's already enough anger and sadness, and that's not what I want to put out into the world, because those emotions are just so common and so prevalent, that to me it feels like my input would be a drop of water in the ocean. And sometimes that's okay, right? Because at the end of the day, that's really what we are. We're just a drop of water in the ocean. But like, we're a drop of water in the ocean. So that means that all of us collectively make up the ocean. But we don't realize that, right? Because you just see yourself as the drop of water in the ocean. But holy shit, you're a part of the ocean. And the ocean is a very powerful force, right? The ocean brings life, and it destroys, you know? I remember this one time, it's not the ocean, but it was water, and just kind of summarize and visualize how strong water is, because, you know, you're a drop of water in this larger body of water. This one time I was in Pahrump or Laughlin, somewhere over there, and they have a river, and when you grow up in Vegas, you have to travel far to reach these bodies of water, and so it's like a watering hole for us desert people. And so there I am, my friend invited me to this river, and I went with her. I think I was like 11, okay? And I remember me at that age really insecure and fearful. I'm super fearful of everything, because also my dad didn't know that I was out there, and like, you know, there was certain conditions that my mom gave me in order for me to go with my friend. And my parents were really strict, and my dad was not very understanding. But anyway, that's beside the point. There I am in Laughlin or Pahrump, and I'm in the river with my friend, and I remember we were just kind of like, what's the word? We were playing like on the edge of the river. And I remember somehow we just started drifting out towards the middle, and all of a sudden my feet were no longer touching the floor of this river, and I was being swept away. And like the river goes on and on, like I don't know where it ends. And I got scared because even though I knew how to swim, I didn't know how to swim with the water, like the force of the water, because it was pulling me. And I'm like, I'm gonna drown, because the water was like right here. I had to go like this, and it was right here. And my feet were not touching the floor, so I'm like, holy shit, like, I'm gonna fucking drown here. I'm gonna drown, I'm gonna die, and then my dad's gonna be upset, and then he's gonna be mad at my mom because I died, because she went behind his back and allowed me to go swim at this river, which was really far from my home anyway. Like Pahrump and Laughlin they're like a whole nother city or town, whatever. And so anyway, and I'm there, and I'm like, okay, like, I'm not gonna die here. I just can't. The force of the water was just so immense to me. I didn't realize how powerful it was. And so instead of fighting it, I swam with it. I stopped struggling, and I let it carry me where it wanted to carry me. And I remember just like being still, and then eventually it drifted me back to the shore. And me and my friend kind of just looked at each other, and we're like, oh my god. And then we ran back to where we were. But the point being here, one, don't underestimate the force of nature, of water, of the way that life is. And two, like, you are a part of it, right? You are a part of this mysterious force that is incredibly powerful. You are a part of it. I know this has nothing to do with the original concept of why I started talking. Just something that came to my mind. Because we were saying that I felt that my words were just like a drop of water in the ocean. And I do, I still feel that way. Like, I'm just one human, one soul, and I'm coexisting in this world with all of these people, all of these beings, these animals and these plants. We're all living together. That's pretty amazing. That's intense. That's a powerful thing to experience with people, with beings, with life. We're just one soul. That's my theory. Okay? And then I've read that other people but they theorize the same thing. We're all one soul. Like, I imagine it like we're all under this blanket, and then we just boop, we pop out or pop in under this blanket. But like we think we're separate from each other because you can only see from your perspective, but like you're connected to everything, and so it is all one thing, all of it. Like the way that your body, right, like your body has all of these different things going on. Like you have your digestive system, and like your neurons, and like your eyes are its own thing, and your skin and your organs, your heart, like everything is functioning independently so that I can exist like this collectively. And that's the, what is it, the microcosm of a macrocosm. We're just a little tiny segment of what's happening as a whole in everything. Anyway, that was my 2 cents, I guess, in this. Me, I'm a writer. Sometimes I feel like I just go into, what is it called, monologues? Feels like I'm on a TED Talk. Instead of writing, I just say it. And it's becoming easier to say it rather than to write it. I just want you to know that none of this was pre-planned. I'm not reading off of anything. The only thing I did write before starting this video is, the indifference of the few will be the downfall of the many. That's all I wrote. And you know, then I pressed record and I started talking. Sometimes the things that need to be said happen in a way that you can't predict them. Indeed. But no, I have not written much. I have not. Maybe I should. Like last time I went to go write a poem at the park. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for listening. Bye.